Good Wednesday morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. We are Wednesday. Believe that? Wow. The week is flying. Already a short week for everybody, but it seems to be holding nothing back. It's moving forward fast like. Hope your morning is going well for you as you're waking up. This is the first time I've been able to say this in I don't know when. It's 69. So a little 60-degree weather this morning. It feels wonderful outside. That will quickly change. Let me warn you. Temperatures will climb to about 95 today, and then we're going to be moving up to a heat index of 100. So don't get used to this nice feeling stuff outside because it will go away. Hope you can check that out. Let's look at radar of what's coming up this afternoon. We do have a chance of severe weather that will happen sometime after 1 o'clock. Could go on until 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight. The chances, there's only a 20% chance, but they're giving the Meridian area a level 1. Let's pull up Meridian Honda radar where you can see this, and let's turn on our severe weather as we go here, the storm prediction of what is happening. Now, this will stretch all the way down to about the Laurel area, take it in most of Clark County. DeSoto kind of the line of the level 1 as we go north through Lauderdale and Newton and these areas, all level 1. But heads up, and we will most likely see some more severe weather here. Winston County, Noxapater, all our friends in those areas, and across from Macon North, you're going to get into some serious weather a little bit later on. That's going to be a level 2. This starts in Ruston, Louisiana, Bastrop, Monroe, takes right in West Point, Kosciuszko, goes out that northeast corner of Mississippi through Corinth and into Alabama, over to Huntsville, where the rocket is, and even up in here to Franklin and Murfreesboro, Tennessee, just shy of Nashville, making it a level 2. So anywhere in this area today, y'all be on extra cautious weather alert. Again, the Meridian area is just a level 1, but we definitely want everybody to pay attention to the weather. I left my monitor on over there on my other TV over there. Sorry about that. Had to turn that down. Good morning, Penelope. Good to see you. Miss Barbara is up. So good. It's going to be a great day, isn't it? That's what we want. Miss Beth Vick joins us. Becky Vickers, all of us here together as we begin this. Lots going on that happened in the last 24 hours. We'll discuss what I call a miracle. Have you watched the video that I put up with the motorcycle accident yesterday? We'll talk about that in detail this morning beginning at 7. Lots of things. Let's go out to the First Baptist Church in Collinsville. We need a good word to get this day going. Let's see Brother Ben.
We've been talking about what could be said in light of that amazing golden chain of redemption found in Romans 8. We've already covered 2 of the 5 rhetorical questions. If God is for us, who can be against us? And he who did not spare his own son, but gave him up for us all, how will he not also with him graciously give us all things? Now we turn to the 3rd rhetorical question, which is this: who shall bring any charge against God's elect? It's God who justifies. Now, when you and I hear the word charge, I immediately think of a court of law, where charges are brought against a person who's believed to have done wrong. Could somebody bring a charge against you in a court of law? Well, hopefully not. But what about God's moral court based on His commandments? Have you ever broken one of God's commandments? Ever broken one of God's laws? In other words, have you ever sinned? Sadly, I have. And I know you have too. All have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Yet here in Romans 8, it says that if you are God's elect, part of God's chosen, redeemed people, nobody can bring a charge against you. Why? Well, the answer is because God has justified you. That means that God's not only forgiven you of your sins, He's also accounted to you the fullness of Christ's perfect righteousness. For those who are in Christ, when God looks at us, He sees a righteous person. Not because we were righteous, but because He's made us righteous through Christ. He's justified us. And because of that, nobody can bring a charge against us in the heavenly courtroom. Beloved, that's the goodness of God. And it's available to every person who'll turn from sin and trust in Christ. If you've never done that, would you do that today? Change begins in you.
The Change Begins in You is brought to you in part by Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville, Patrick Allen Companies, Mitchell Tire and Wrecker in Collinsville, and Mowdy Cabinetry. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. It is Wednesday as we gather together. 69 if you're just tuning in, waiting for that high of 95. Your complete weather details right around the corner. How often when I see headlines across America, sometimes I wonder if they're not trying to sell us maybe some oceanfront property in Arizona. I'm sure you've heard that song before. It kind of adds up as we get a note here from the doctor that, done a checkup on McConnell. Said absolutely nothing's wrong. No evidence of seizure or disorder or stroke. He's the capital doctor. To try to sell us something, I sat and watched that. I've seen it twice. And I think most of America would agree that something's not right. We're no doctors, not the average person, but something's fishy there. He stood frozen for 30 seconds or more each time. Sure looked like something was going on. Again, I smell some oceanfront property. I don't know about you. Can't prove it, but that's what we think this morning. I couldn't tell you a song that they done. I just remember during the 90s that it was a bunch of young girls that went nuts over this group. You remember a group called the Jonas Brothers? Again, I don't know what they sang, but I do remember the name. And a group of girls would go to the concerts. They just thought they were it, and they had a bag of chips. Joe Jonas. That's tough to say. Joe Jonas, one of the members, getting a divorce. He could have been the lead singer. I'm not 100% sure. But Joe Jonas is getting a divorce from his wife, who was at least 2 feet taller than him. He was a little fella there compared to her. Big redhead. She was tall. They are no more. Miami-Dade police, and we hear about this more often than not. People that go on Carnival cruises or just a cruise in general, and they come back and a person is missing. That is the case. A 26-year-old male named Kevin McGrath is missing. 26 years old. We do hope that they find them. NBC News reporting that this morning as we pull this up. Let me show you a picture of this. It's bad. I don't care who, what, or how when someone comes up missing like this. It always brings to mind, did they fall off or was something more intentional? Let's hope that none of the above is true and he'll be found before long. But they're searching. We hope that works out. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Maybe there's not enough evidence coming in yet. Maybe I hadn't paid enough attention. Maybe you know more than I do. The Maui fires. We're starting to see one family already suing just about everybody that they can. The county. All those involved landowners for negligence. Again, I don't know enough about this, but it is mighty early to start slinging lawsuits over such a disaster. If one sues, all are going to sue. We're lawsuit happy. It cannot bring back a loved one. But again, I also at the same time want to remind you, I don't know all the details of what they're claiming is negligence on the county and everyone. The guy that didn't do the sirens resigned out of pressure on that. He says everything else was in order, but it was no need for that. It would cause panic. That's what you think on that. We'll see what the courts rule on this. Good, bad, or awful. We'll find out before long. Let's see here. Another one of those, where is our thinking? As companies become more political, and y'all know this, they have all of these rules by companies that used to be was not the American way. As we look at Indeed, have y'all seen this? If I'm reading this correctly here, Indeed, they are offering, now they're like when you search for a job. I've seen it before. I've posted ads for other people on there before. Indeed, they are offering. Now again, this is Indeed is offering $10,000 benefits for transgender workers and their families who want to move to a new state that allows children to be prescribed puberty blockers. Everybody get that? Again, that's getting very political with companies. There was a time in American history to where companies stayed out of politics, didn't get involved with those things. Those days are gone, I'm afraid. That's the headlines on that. Indeed is a company doing that, in case you wanted to know. You may have to use a company that does such, and it's always good to know where companies stand on their beliefs before you purchase from them. Just thought I'd pass that along. More coming up. As the days get hotter, Sanders Gas reminds you to get your air conditioner tuned up. Sanders Gas can repair or replace your whole unit, whichever you need. Talk to Sanders about a tankless water heater now and never run out of hot water. Find out how easy and affordable it is to cook on gas stoves. And those backyard barbecues are coming. Don't run out of gas. Get yours refilled today. Sanders Gas, since 1946, 611 26th Avenue South. 601-693-4054. One thing's for sure, from time to time, I need reading glasses. Maybe you fit into that. Visit our friends at Grayson Optical. They help you out a lot there. If you need several pair of prescription reading glasses, they're your folks to do this. They'll get them to a custom frame just for you. Now, I know you've all seen when I've made clerical mistakes. Is that the word I look for? Misspell words? Yeah, because I can't see it. That happens a lot. They have custom eyeglasses, no matter the style frame that you're looking for. Many to choose from as you glance through this. Reading glasses and a whole lot more. And even when you get into these sunglasses, maybe it's blue pair that you're looking for, but you can get prescribed sunglasses as well. Get your prescription in that where you can see no matter what's going on. Those job board glasses that I mentioned the other day. Grayson Optical, they're hometown folks, locally owned and operated. They've been doing it a long time here in the Meridian area. Support local business, take care of them, and they'll take care of you also. I've been in there many times, and folks come in, and, well, it's friendship there. 24th Avenue is where you'll find them, 693-6374. Drop in today. Get your glasses done. They'll take care of you and get you a good deal on top of that. It's always good to have somebody that you can go to. Don't you like that? To where it's not somebody in a mailbox that you're dealing with. It's somebody locally that you can go, hey, I need something. And they help you out. And that's what's good about that. That's what I like about that. All right, let's get into our forecast now.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Back to those record highs and record lows back in 25, 104, 1891. It was 50. As we glance across today, 95 is what we're expecting in Meridian. And those rain chances a little bit higher, as you'll see here, is the further we go north. And when we get up in here around Louisville, it will get worse. A level 2 is what we're expecting. Still 95, Columbus Air Force Base at 92 as we go to the southwest. Natchez should also be around 95. East of us is going to Bama, pretty much the same. 95 there in Demopolis. Tuscaloosa should hit 95. Birmingham, a little cooler at 92 today. Now, they've updated this as we showed the map just a moment ago. All right through here will be a level 2. That's what we're looking at. Matter of fact, let's just switch back to radar. I don't want to do any confusion on what is happening with that. But here's the outlook from the National Weather Service as we go to radar. The level 2 there coming across Winston County and portions here in the Macon area, just north there in Knoxville County, and all of this up in the northern part of the state under a level 2 this afternoon. Mainly after 1 o'clock is what we're expecting on that. Let's go back over here and get back into that forecast and finish what we were talking about. As we glance at this heat stress, aren't y'all tired of it? It's not over just yet. We see that we've got it to the west today, and then it starts creeping back into our area there. Jasper County, y'all be ready tomorrow. Clark County, all of this area is going to be hot tomorrow. We're looking at a limited risk in these areas. Hattiesburg area tomorrow will be even warmer all the way to the Gulf Coast. So we got issues with all of that. As we move forward to look at this, northern Mississippi, a little bit cooler. Look at Tennessee. But out to our west, we see Texas, which always affects the Meridian area, Jackson area. We got a heat wave still to come. We can dream, can't we? What is this that I spy? An 80-degree day? Believe it or not, Sunday will be 88. I'm looking forward to that. Hovering around 90 for Monday. As we see today and tomorrow, 94, 95. Friday, a little bit cooler there as it will drop 4 to 5 degrees down to 91, leading into that cool spell is what we'll call on Sunday there. As we move all the way into the 20th of September, could we see a change here? It would be nice. 80-degree weather. We get 89 on the 13th, and by the 14th, we're sitting at 85, 87, 89. Into the 80s we go. I wish it would stay. I certainly hope it will. We'll find out. As we glance at the tropics this morning, we got a tropical storm, and they're saying this could turn into a major storm before it's all said and done. Moving along this morning at 63 miles an hour. The millibars at 997. And we've got a second storm here building. 60% chance on that. Only a 10% chance on this one in the corner here. But we want to watch Lee as it develops and make sure it doesn't turn into something else. Matter of fact, let's go back to radar and pull this up and just come across here and take a look at what is being predicted. Let me turn off these spaghetti models and just show you. Category 4 is what we're looking at as we hit the right button. Look at this. This morning, sitting here is a tropical storm. By late afternoon, should roll into a level, a category 1. By Friday, it's a Category 3, and late Friday into Saturday, turning into a Category 4. And Sunday afternoon, this is going to be moving along at 150 miles an hour with gusts of 184. Now, could this move a little bit to the southwest? It sure could. It could hit this side of Florida. It could hit the Carolinas. We'll see what happens with this. It's something to watch and be concerned about. This is a big storm, 150 miles an hour by Sunday afternoon. So we'll be on that for you. As we look at the fishing forecast, let's find out what Chet has to tell us today. Fishing at its best will be, let's see, run through 7:30 this morning. Your second chance to get good fishing will be at 6 o'clock this afternoon through 8 p.m. So chances on that. September the 6th. Somebody write that down and remember it. This month is flying. Odie's in. He's all smiles in the corner over there getting his coffee. I got to get another cup before we get this show rolling. We've got a lot of things that's gone on over the last 24 hours, and we need you to be a part of it. Share it. Tell everybody about it. It's got all the latest headline news locally and across the state and nation. It happens here every day. And again, we can't do it without you. We'll be back in roughly about 14 minutes, a little quicker than that probably. We kick off at 7 o'clock. Won't you join us? Come be a part of what it is. All right, we got a lot happening there. Terry Ray, good morning. Happy hump day to you. So Sandy Johnson. We've got it all going here at the Scotty Ray Report. Odie standing by.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.